I'm Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking Coach, and you're here today to join me in a monthly challenge. All right, so what the heck am I talking about, monthly challenge? So this is something that I implemented for myself a few years ago, and I did it for a while, for several months, and then I kind of stopped doing it. And I really like the idea of at the beginning of the month kind of trying something new and doing it consistently for a month to see what the effect is. I think it's a perfect amount of time to make some change, make some little addition maybe to your life and see how it works for you. And so, I mean, this can be a variety of things. For example, at one time I felt like I was being too sluggish in the morning. I was doing my meditation, I was sitting down to breakfast, and then I sat down to work. And, maybe I'd go exercise later, but I just felt like things were kind of sluggish and not moving. And so I decided, oh, what if I start every day of the month doing 3 sun salutations? So that's an example. Loads of different examples I can give you and will give you some. And I'll talk about what I'm going to do myself this time. But I want to talk a little more about why to do this. Personal growth is so important, right? If you're actually not making conscious choices and adding energy, it takes some effort to make changes. And if you're making no effort, you're actually we think we're gonna go along like this, but if you're not making any changes in your life, positive changes, there's just this drift towards not performing, or just, our health will go down, or just any aspect of life. If you're not working on yourself, you're probably experiencing negative consequences and more, right, as time goes on. So this is a way to kind of take control, because very often we have some vague ideas, or we have some ideas of what we should do in our heads, right? But without making a firm decision about them, it's just this stuff floating around, right? It's I should do this, and it just doesn't happen that way, right? So the nice thing about monthly challenge is okay, you decide on something to do, and then you do it pretty consistently throughout the month. Now, if you think it's great, if you love the results, then you can keep doing it. But if it's just something that it's okay, I'll do this for a bit, maybe I'll benefit for a bit, we'll see, either way, and then you can choose something the next month too. So another thing I want you to know is, if you're not seeing this on the day before the month starts, or on the first of the month, even if you're starting it, you're doing this on the first of the month, and you're oh, well, I wanted to try something every morning, but I already blew it. It's already afternoon or something. No, that's kind of defeating the purpose. You're doing this all or nothing thinking that we just have such a tendency to do. That's one of our biggest enemies, okay? So just start on the 2nd. It's no big deal if it's the rest of the month, or if you're watching this video sometime mid-month, okay, do a 2-week challenge, or do a 30 days starting from there, however you like, or, just do something and then start again the next month, okay? So what to do? There's different things that I've done throughout the time that I was doing this. I don't remember that many of the things. One I remember was that I wanted to do an evening meditation practice. So I always, for years and years, I do in the morning first thing, but I never did any meditation in the evening, at least not regularly. And I thought I would benefit even more from another sitting. And so I did that one time. And then that's one that I just never made the habit of. It was as soon as the month was done, and even I missed a couple days in there too, but as soon as the month was done, it didn't happen again. So that's one thing I was considering doing this month. But I decided against it. I'll explain that in a little bit. But, other things are good. Diet changes, smallish ones. I mean, sometimes a big one is great, like doing something like Whole30, if you look that up, or just like, okay, no sugar, or, you know, stuff like that is great. But keep in mind, at least if you're watching this right away, that this is December, it may not be the best month for that. Okay, you want to set yourself up for success. Okay, that might be better for January. But if it's a small change, if it's something like, oh, I'm going to add a glass of water. I know I don't drink enough water. So maybe starting out your day with a glass of water would be a good thing. Or like a glass of water with lemon. That's another good one, you know, that can help detoxify, really, you know, cleanses our liver, gets our bowels going. So that's a good option. My dentist, who knows I'm a health coach, made sure to tell me that, like, make sure you rinse, or to tell people, make sure you rinse your mouth out after, like with water, okay? Because the acid will eat at your teeth. He said, make sure you don't brush your teeth right away. Have some water or food instead. I considered no dairy this month because I feel like I've broken out a little too much, and have been on sort of like the dairy eating bandwagon, but eggnog, okay, comes once a year. So some other ideas, I mean, it could be something picking related. If you've never tried, for example, logging your picking, you might want to do that. There's that Skin Pick app, is very helpful. If you've not tried breathing exercises, definitely, if you haven't signed up for the free Freedom Kit on my website, do that. And then you get a video showing you this. It's called How to Stop Skin Picking Urges in 2 minutes flat. And it shows you an amazing breathing exercise. It works really, really quickly to reduce anxiety, picking urges, sometimes like itchiness, and just generally will make you feel in a more calm and focused state. So doing something like that every day can be amazing. And especially like in those transition times, if you feel like you have a hard time relaxing, say when you get home and you're like wound up and you end up picking, doing the breathing exercise at that time will be really important. Just be like, okay, every afternoon when I come home, or it could be a gratitude journal, or just, you know, every morning thinking, saying, or writing 3 things to be grateful for, or that you are grateful for. Last week I did a video on gratitude, on 5 scientifically proven benefits of gratitude and how they're applicable to skin picking. So if you didn't see that, check it out. It could be starting a meditation practice if you don't have one already. And when you do something like that, when you want to start a habit, a positive habit, make it like so easy that you'll actually do it. You know, like start with 5 minutes, you know. Don't aim for like 15-20 minutes straight away. So what am I doing this month? You might be curious. So I debated a few things. I debated trying the evening meditation again. And I've been using this meditation headband called Muse that I'm going to talk to you about in a video soon because it's really cool, very interesting. I thought, oh, maybe I will do an evening meditation this month. Or another thing I thought of is maybe I'll do 15 minutes of writing each day. But I'm kind of resistant to that, especially with the holidays. I mean, 15 minutes, yeah, it's nothing. It's very short. I could do that. Yeah. But then when I was in ballet today, I really scared myself. My ankle wobbled, and and I fell, which was probably good because, like, instead of turning my ankle, I just fell on the floor, and it was fine. But you know, my teacher told me about these ankle exercises like a few times. So what I'm gonna do is every day I'm gonna do releves, like go up on my toes with my legs parallel. Actually, they do it like one on one leg is how the dancers really do it. I'll see if I can do any like that, and work my way up. But I am going to do those every day. That is going to be my thing That's my monthly challenge. So what do you think you're going to do? Have you done this before? Or what's one thing that you would like to do? Think about it and commit to it. And, you know, putting a goal into writing or a plan is really helpful. So please comment on this video. It will make you much more likely to actually do the thing that you say you want to do. And then you can come back to this video and then you can just do another one next month and then the month after that, and we can experiment. Maybe I'll check in the comments when I do, let's say, have a thing for January, or yeah, something like that. I actually started a couple of new habits this week that I thought maybe I'll do as a monthly challenge, but they're pretty easy now, and I think I'm already going on it. Like I have no problem with the momentum, so I decided to pick something else. But if you're curious, one thing I'm doing, because this might be another idea for you, is that, excuse me, first thing in the morning after my meditation, I do a little bit of jumping and stuff to just get my blood flowing, and I do meditation, and then now I'm making bulletproof coffee. Just like half a cup, because I got myself hooked on coffee the last few months, and with you know, I don't like it without like some kind of cream. I mean, sometimes I do hazelnut blended, which is delicious. Like just you know, soak and blend up some hazelnuts and stick them in the nut milk bag, squeeze it out. That's really, really yummy in coffee, but I digress. But I think healthier is that bulletproof coffee. Look it up if you want to know. So I've been making some of that, and then I sit down and I read self-improvement books. So I'm working my way through one, The Magic of Thinking Big, I think it's called. It's a real old school one, but it's got very good principles. You just kind of have to get past like the whole totally different world. Like, okay, he's talking to dudes only here. Like, no one else worked at the time. Like, women weren't working yet, apparently. So, but it's, you know, it's good. I'm actually thinking, you know, how as I'm reading a little each day, it's like I think how to apply it in my life. So I've been really pleased with that. And when I finish that book, I'm going to go to another one. Just, you know, just like personal growth, self-help kind of books, because I just end up not doing it a lot of times later on in the day or whatever. Just, you know, we get too busy, and it used to, when I had more time, I used to do that more often. And yeah, now it's like, huh, okay, it's gotta happen first thing in the morning. So I'm not writing right now, but I am reading, and I'm liking that much better for now. All right, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. One thumb up. And subscribe if you're not already.